Steak Express. Now that's delivery.
All right, Andy, we're rolling into Killeen.
Killeen, Texas. What do you know about Killeen?
I know Killeen has one of the largest military bases in the world.
Fort Hood. They are an Army base. Fort Hood is the most populous U.S. military installation in the world. Its origin was the need for a wide open space to test and train for World War II tank destroyers. Fort Hood is definitely a big part of Killeen, Texas.
Hey guys, so we're in Killeen and we're with the GM, Mark. Hi, Mark.
Hey.
Tell us about your time at Steak Express.
I've been here about since we opened. Started off as a cook. Was working there part-time.
On the way here, we were talking about military and, you know, they've got all these protocols and the way that they do things. And we're with Mark. Tell us about Steak Express and what you guys do here.
Well, we rigorously check every order. We like to double check and then triple check our orders. We have a manager check it, we have the person that produces the food to check it, and we have the person that brings it out to check it. So every order that goes out, we want to make sure that the customer gets the hot, perfect food that they ordered. As well as getting a hot and perfect order, we always want to make sure that the accuracy is correct too when we take the phone deliveries. So every order that we take over delivery, let's say Parker, if you're ordering, I would verify the order back to you. Tell you, Miss Parker, you order this, you order that. Does that sound about right to you? Yes. As soon as that's confirmed, we send the ticket through and it starts being produced.
I love that because, you know, sometimes you hear something and it's not what they ordered, and so when you repeat it back, you kind of catch that mistake. So we came outside to talk to Mark about a little catering business that Steak Express has. Mark, can you tell us about the types of catering options that are available?
Sure. We do businesses, we can do parties, events, family get-togethers, church meetings, stuff like that. We have a separate deal where we can do caterings. We'll cook the food out, we can come out, we can serve it. We'll stage it in camera, whatever you order. There's obviously catering rates for that, so kind of like the more you buy, the less it is.
So with catering, you can have large or small events, right? And how far in advance do we typically need to know for a larger event?
I would like to know at least a month in advance for a larger event. Your smaller occasions and functions, give me about 2 weeks.
Okay, and then what if we're just last minute? We could just call you just in case and see if you can handle it.
We can try to. We have to order the food on our truck to have beforehand. So I can try to work with you. You know what I mean? If you tell me, hey, it's 30 people, it's like, yeah, I can do that.
But we want to think ahead for those over 100 plus type events, of course. Have our desserts.
Yep. Such a cute little park.
Have a picnic. I got the peach cobbler right here.
2 cheesecakes, 2 chocolate cakes.
So the toppings for the cheesecake come separate. Steak Express has 5 different desserts. Some of them are seasonal. So like the pecan pie and the peach cobbler are seasonal. Hey guys, so we are wrapping up our time here at the Texas Steak Express Killeen, home of the Army installation Fort Hood, and we could not leave without introducing you to part of our leadership team. I'm here with the operating partner of Midland, Odessa, and San Angelo, Juan Hernandez, and the Director of Operations, Bob Cano. So I understand that you guys used to serve in the military.
You bet. I joined in '96, got out in 2004. B-1 avionics, worked on the flight line.
What about you, Bob?
Sounds almost identical. Came in '92, got out in 2005. Worked on the B-1 avionics also, but I did autopilot instruments, flight controls. Worked out there, also teaching. We taught our jobs out there from 2000 till 2004.
So, who outranked who?
He outranked me.
Steak Express, how did that happen?
I worked with part-time at Steak Express as a driver when Kyle first opened his first store in Abilene, Texas. So I was a delivery driver there for 2 years.
And you were still enlisted at
Yes,
that time.
that's correct. So it's just a part-time job, extra money, because I mean, there's a lot of time. Not a lot of stuff to do in Abilene.
Make a little bit of extra money,
Extra
right?
money. I
We,
love it.
we had the entrepreneurial spirit to begin with. You know, we would research it, and what we found, most franchises wanted $1 million and your firstborn son.
Yeah.
You know, and when it comes down, we're in the
And all these
military.
rules too.
Yeah, you know, and so, you know, he's the one that brought up the idea of Kyle wanting to expand. He just wanted the right folks to do so. And I was like, well, what kind of business is it? He said, steak delivery. I was like, you're crazy. There's no way. And he said, no, trust me. We'll get some brought here to the detachment. So we ate it for our lunch that evening. And once I ate it, I was hooked. And I said, Bob, introduce me to this guy.
And so that's when you started back into the Abilene store.
Correct. I started at GM there, and then we took it from there. And at that time, we were also looking at Lubbock at that time, and that's when we were doing a transition with another guy that worked at the Abilene store. He was going to make a move over there, so I took over that store for him. And slowly but surely, we just started gaining strength and moving forward.
Veterans, thank you for your service, guys.
Thank you.
28th Bomb Squadron, baby. Oh, yes.
Boom!